What's up everyone and welcome back to Wolfie. I'm sorry I had to do a brief update on this bingo card because I forgot something. No one in the chat reminded me. I forgot to update this square. I said I was going to update the new Sonic Story gameplay gimmick square, but I didn't because I completely forgot it. But I'd like to make a quick update right now since this bingo card is off by 1 and I want to make sure I have the optimal opportunity to have this whole thing filled out. So new Sonic Story and gameplay gimmick is good. Don't get me wrong. It's great. But I feel it's too easy. Why don't we make it something a little better? I'm going to change that to Rehashed. Wait for it. Dramatic build up. Sonic Colors Final Boss. That's right. Do you guys remember the final boss of Sonic Colors? A little thing called the Nega Wisp Armor. Remember that thing? I'm just gonna overlay so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We've had that final boss battle about 3 times. First time in Sonic Colors, it was really, really cool. We were like, wow, this is awesome. It's using the Wisp powers against you. That's really creative. Then we got it again in Lost World, and it's like, granted, it's not the Nega Wisp armor. It's the Eggman Robot, but it's using the same kind of concept. You running in that straight line format while this thing is shooting lasers and doing all sorts of... It's very similar. And then again, in Sonic Forces, we had the almost same battle. It wasn't the Nega Wisp armor. It wasn't the same. It's not the same robot, but the attacks are once again very similar. So, my guess for the next 2021 Sonic game, I wanted to re-establish this and make sure I made myself perfectly clear. I'm expecting that final boss to show its face again, in some shape or form. It's going to be a different Eggman Robot, but it'll be utilizing the same attack patterns, the same strategy of dashing forward as fast as you can until you get close enough. Then you home attack its arm, then you home attack its shoulder, and then you finally home attack its face in a big dramatic slow motion shot. And then you'll have one big final power up to do the thing where you send Eggman off into the explosion, into the clouds again. It's so rehashed. I mean, normally I'm kind of like, okay, fine, it's an homage. The first Lost World could be called an homage, where you're like, oh yeah, that's the callback to Sonic Colors. But when we got it again in Forces, like, did we really need to do that again? Yeah, and it's kind of getting redundant now. I would rather have the final boss of Sonic Generations. That really, it's a cool concept for Sonic Generations final boss, the Time Eater. But I felt the way the boss battle was, the way it was done was not. It's like maybe it's just me. A couple people maybe felt this as well. But remember in that final boss battle with the Time Eater, how it felt like you weren't really making any headway on the final boss. Like, he's all the way back here. You're dashing forward at him. And you're holding the boost button, but it doesn't feel like you're really moving forward. It feels kind of like you're stuck in a movement. So it felt like you had to spam the dash button to feel like you were actually getting any forward momentum against the final boss. But you were moving forward. It was just very slow. And I think it's because the way the whole battle was, everything was kind of distorted around you and everything. There wasn't really that many things flying past you to showcase that you were going fast and forward. But yeah, I'd rather have that confusing boss. But I mean, it's not confusing. Just dash forward until you get him, and then you dash into its stomach and then all that. But the way I feel that final boss battle could have been better, especially for as good as Generations was. I feel the final boss did not match the quality of the rest of the game. But I'd rather have that boss battle than another Sonic Colors inspired final boss battle again. But there we go. Rehashed Sonic Colors final boss is my final space. I did not get to redo that in my original video, but I thought I would go ahead and add that here. Anyway, that's going to be it. That was it. A quick little update on the bingo card. This is the official one we can go back to now that I've corrected it. It still counts, right? Alright, I'll see you all next time. Stay tuned.